I know.
Brokest Podcast, you know, man. Make sure you smash that subscribe button.
Absolutely.
Like this video.
Absolutely.
Share this video.
Absolutely.
We appreciate all the love and support. Comment down below. Let us know what you think. Give
Tell
us some
your mama.
topics. Facts. Tell your mother. Tell your sister. Tell everybody who's into hip hop.
Tell them to subscribe.
Grab some merch, man. We really appreciate it.
Yo, we on Spotify, baby. We on Apple Music. Yo. We on YouTube. Check.
Google Podcasts.
Yeah. Yo, if you on YouTube, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe so y'all don't never miss nothing. Yo, y'all better start
subscribe on the podcast, on the DSPs as well.
You can subscribe show us some love, baby.
Facts. Yo, 227.
Baby.
Where we at with it? 227, Creature Overlord.
Let's get it.
Bojangle.
Let's get it.
What else?
Alchemist. Boldy James. Detroit. Griselda. Where we at with it? Gentlemen, do you remember what happened the last time Boldy James linked up with Alchemist?
Absolutely.
We got The Price of Tea in China.
We got a masterpiece.
A masterpiece. They decided to do it again.
They did.
Bojangle.
They did.
So, just for the sake of grouping rappers, when I listen to Larry June, I think of Currency. When I listen to Currency, I think of Larry June. And, you know, smooth, laid back, just cool dudes, cool vibes when you listen to their music. You get the same thing with Boldy, except he's telling them street tales in a super laid back fashion.
Yes.
Like, he just hit the doobie. He rap his rap, he's just real smooth, nice and slow with it. And he gonna give you them tales.
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of get that. But in a sense, does anybody feel like Boldy, since you bringing up reminders of how he, who he reminds you of?
Right, just the vibe and lane he put me in.
Where you going with this, sir?
The chemistry and the way he rides the beats. I don't know. He don't I ain't gonna say, but it has a certain feeling of the same as the late great P.
Yeah, you can definitely get some P out of him. I can agree with that.
No comment.
The album cover, fire. That definitely, I need that on vinyl. If somebody can get that on vinyl for me, I greatly appreciate it. If you can grab it before I find it. How he came up with it. Did you guys see how he chopped up all the cards?
Yeah.
And line up the Bo Jackson joints? That's dope. I thought that was fire. You know what's confusing to me about Boldy James, though? I thought he was signed to Griselda. Or I knew he did sign to Griselda, and we got the Versace tape.
Yeah.
But since then, his last project, Real Bad Boldy, if I'm not mistaken, that came out under his label. And then this one came out under ALC/Boldy James. So was he, you know what I mean? He's still rocking the Griselda chain and claiming and screaming Griselda. So
maybe it's distribution.
Maybe, or I don't get it. I'm just being nosy at this point because when I look at it, I'll expect to see.
You're inquiring,
right?
Yeah. Because to tell you the truth, I never wanted Boldy to be under Griselda.
Because look, Versace tape is under Griselda.
Yeah.
I can understand why, but I can see why he fits too.
I never wanted him to be so priority under Griselda. I felt like that was like a cheat code. Like he's his own entity. Like he don't need to be signed. I
get what you're saying.
I feel like don't any of our favorite underground MCs that been doing their independent thing for quite some time need to be signed underneath
another artist.
West Side.
Right. I get where you're coming from.
Griselda.
I will say this too,
you know
though.
What I'm saying? So
Boldy's top tier coke rap.
He's
top tier coke rap.
Yeah, I give him that. Yeah.
I'm not saying he's the top, but
Yeah,
he goes up there with.
But yeah, yeah.
He goes up there with Push. He goes up there with Freddie and Benny and anybody Ross when it comes to that coke rap
Bro,
on a much grittier scale.
Wax. I know you the head of this shit, man. I know you the leprechaun. I know you. I know you, Mr. LeBron James himself. This motherfucking Bo Jackson album is a problem. It's a problem, bro.
Yes.
It's a problem.
Listen, man,
It's a problem.
14 records.
I'm just being honest with you.
14 records, 44 minutes. We got features from Currency. We got Stove God. We got Rock Marciano and Earl Sweatshirt. Benny the Butcher. This is a problem. Talk about it, man. Let me know. Let's talk.
I feel
You
like
look like you ready. You holding it back like, ooh, I'm about to unleash this holy grail.
what Mr. Esteban got something to say because that's his man.
Right.
You got something to say?
Nah, I mean, yeah, y'all could go. Y'all could go.
I feel like.
Of course, I got something to say. I mean, but I don't even know what.
Let me sip my water. I feel like Boldy linking up with Alchemist was like a match made in whatever you want to call it, heaven.
That chemistry.
Yeah. This project was. This project, I'm not even gonna say was. I'm gonna say is because we're still in current times. 2021.
Oh yeah.
Is amazing, and if it comes under, because like Wax was saying earlier, if it comes under the
It's out under ALC and Boldy James records.
Yeah, it doesn't come under
Griselda.
the Griselda lineage. But I was gonna say, if it did, that would be a follow up to, the Makhami, the Makhami album that just came out, early this year. And I was just gonna say, like, bro, who's
It's going up there for you for the year?
Bro,
It's in that top 5 for the year?
Bruh, who's effing with Griselda? Because like,
No, I'm talking about the Boldy. It's in your top 5.
Yeah, because we spoke about this earlier, off camera, off the record, that I still have that Makhami album as being in, top tier as album of the year per se. But this Bo Jackson is right up there with that Makhami album.
Yes. And we can't leave Alchemist out on this. So
Yeah.
Alchemist's ear is amazing for samples. His chemistry with whoever he's working with is usually on point. But I really enjoyed the sample and like the sampling, and he went from like certain minimalistic beats where there was no bass line, no drums, just like a loop, to having something with some drums on it, a decent amount of drums. I like the little interludes of samples from movies or like skits that he used to move along the track. It wasn't just like a record stop, next record. Like, so instead of having that dead space, he had something to transition you into the next record, and it set a tone for
Absolutely
coming off a record, either coming down on a low, like okay, I'm good, or setting you up for a high that you're about to go into.
Now let me ask you this: on this Bo Jackson album, they got a track titled EPMD, but hold on, but Nas with King's Disease has a track titled EPMD on King's Disease 2 has a track titled EPMD as well, that came out a week before, either a week or two before this Bo Jackson album. Now, do you think that was a direct shot at King's Disease 2, or was it just a coincidence, or was he paying homage to Nas's EPMD
Nah, I think personally,
track?
I think it was more of a homage directly to EPMD, because you gotta think about it, we knew Bojangle was coming before that came.
Yeah.
So him and Al may have locked in 2.5 months ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And bust all that down. It could have been done 3 weeks beforehand. So you don't necessarily know what the timing was on the back end in terms of putting that together.
I'm just saying, because don't get me wrong, this is how I feel.
Boldy don't seem like the type of person to record something in a week, though.
Don't shoot the messenger. But the Boldy and Alk EPMD is better than the Hit Boy and Nas EPMD too.
By far.
Don't kill the messenger though. That's just my opinion. Okay.
Yeah. How was that Earl sweatshirt?
I'm gonna say it again,
because I know you're gonna touch on that.
It's better
You
than the
already know
Nas and Hit Boy EPMD too.
I agree. Let's talk about that. Talk about that. That Earl sweatshirt.
Yeah, man, it was refreshing. You know, always to hear some new Earl verses or whatnot.
Did you feel like that beat fit Earl?
Most definitely. I don't even know how to describe. You know, when I first heard it, like it almost sounded like Home was just straight off. Like, then I heard it again, and I'm like, damn, like.
He was saying some shit.
It's it's a whole different content. That's how I've been saying that for a while about a lot of that other music I've been listening to, as far as streaming it over the mic and all that, because then it always goes over in the mic, because I think it touches a bit on. I know it's simplicity with Earl, but when it slides over the mic, it's like a sense of like a self, like awareness or realism with yourself, because they got that African background and all that, and going into all that and how it, you know, intertwines with being black.
Talk to him, Mr. Esteban, Mr. Merry Christmas. Talk to him.
Hey, you know what threw me off?
Emotional part of it, and they touch a lot on
looking at that on paper.
You know,
seeing that on paper, seeing Rock Marciano, Earl Sweatshirt, and Boldy James. Like, I looked at that, I was like, what the fuck? Then when you heard the beat, because that type of sample, where you rapping over like the soulful vocals in the background.
Yeah.
There's only
what's the sample say again?
Only 2 people in history was doing that prior, Ghost and Rock.
Yeah.
So when I heard Sweatshirt over that, and like I was like, oh, this is smooth. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. I'm gonna find what he was saying for you. I'm gonna pull it up. I got it up.
Yo, I noticed it on another one when
it was called Photographic Memories, by the way, the record.
Yeah, but when
Hold on.
he got with Earl, like 10 seconds. When Earl got with Al for Winding My Cells,
yeah,
it was the same type of vibe as this joint right here. It would be beautiful if they did a whole album, you know, saying they got and just blessed us with a whole album on that type of.
Yeah, we still need an album from
you know
Alchemist, Rock, Willie, and Action.
Absolutely.
That's what we need an album from.
Then I would love an album with, you know, Mike sprinkled up in there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you ready for like 10, 15 seconds of this?
Yeah,
Photographic Memories?
Yeah, go ahead. Hit us. Hit the fans.
What else? King of the ugly, know we run this bitch. A glutton for punishment, keep a submachine gun with 100 clip. Volatile, don't want no problemo with a problem child. Ain't cop that shit from us, can't come around, niggas not allowed.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, only 2 people was getting away with that previously. It was Rock and Ghost.
Absolutely.
So one, shout out to ALC for having the ear for this, Alan the Chemist. Shout out to Boldy for being smooth enough to ride that. We knew Rock was gonna do what he do, but big shout out to Earl for coming correct. Like, I just seeing that on paper, I didn't know how this was gonna mesh, and it was a really perfect marriage.
And I knew he was. I mean, I knew he was gonna come correct. Like, I don't know. But
any takeaways of the album?
That's just a straight. That's just straight banger to me. Yo, I have no like. Absolutely. Like I said,
it's been in constant rotation.
It's
I mean, to be honest, like
it's 14.
Photographic Memories, like, you know what I'm saying. the Earl and all that. But Turpentine, man, that's my joint.
Turpentine is fire. Hey, yo, you know what though?
You
If
know
I
what
tell
I'm
y'all what
saying?
my favorite record is, y'all gonna be shocked.
And don't you know what I'm saying? Turpentine. I like the joint with
I got my favorite.
Currency as well, and Freddie.
I got
That
my
joint
favorite.
with Freddie is fire.
Yeah.
I forgot Freddie Gibbs is on here too. That's the
Freddie went
Fake
nuts.
Flowers. You on the one with Currency.
I got my favorite.
All right, so go. Who going first? Who giving their favorites first?
Well, my favorite is First 48.
First 48.
I respect it.
Too. But if I'm
What's your top 4 in there? Go ahead, let me get that.
My
And then I
top
want
4?
yours. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go with, cause I'm looking at it now.
Same thing, Mr. Esteban. Let me get your top 4.
Hold on, I just lost it. Okay, I'm gonna have to go with First 48, Diamond Dallas,
Okay.
Photographic Memories.
What do you say? On the stove.
You already know.
Turn the pot to gold.
I'm gonna go with Brick Mile to Montana, but
That's fire.
hold on though. But this wasn't even one of Benny's hardest verses.
It wasn't his hardest, but he rode the beat the right
Exactly.
way. He definitely rode. He switched his flow up for this.
Exactly. And like I said, I mentioned earlier the EPMD track. You know what I'm saying? So that's mine. So
was that 5 or 4?
he said 4.
That's 4.
I picked
That's
4.
good. Let me get your 4.
My 4.
It's only people do remember it's only 14 tracks. So,
Yes. And they're all bangers.
yeah.
It
Go ahead.
does, not in any given order.
Yeah, this is not in order. Go ahead, Mr. Merry
Turpentine,
Christmas.
Double hockey sticks. Photographic Memories. And ooh.
Go ahead.
Go with Fake Flowers.
Okay. Y'all not gonna expect mine.
Go ahead.
So my number 1 is Illegal Search and Seizures. That's my favorite on there.
Okay.
The rest are no particular order. Steel Wool, EPMD, Turpentine.
Okay.
And Illegal Search and Seizure actually grew on me. It wasn't like at first listen, I was like, oh, it's cool. But then every time I heard it, I'm like, yo, this story is vivid than the motherfucker. Like, he painted a real picture. Like, it was an odyssey when you're listening to it. It's like he really took you there and took you through what the fuck was going on all the way to the end. So that's why I fucks with it, because it's such a vivid story.
Okay.
One thing I forgot to mention too, Rock's opening line on that Photographic Memories. I broke generational curses with my cursive. If he ain't say nothing else on the whole album, Jesus.
Yeah. Rock that dude right now. Rock on fire right now.
After you said that, you just knew the rest of it was.
Yo, if I was is 2021. If I was an independent artist just coming out underground, I definitely would let Rock produce my whole album.
Facts.
Put like 10 to 12 bangers on that shit.
True.
Yeah, let's go back to that track real quick.
To which
How do
one?
y'all feel about Photographic Memories? How do y'all feel about?
I want to give
the
a 10,
content?
15
Go
seconds
ahead.
or something else?
Yeah.
Nah, just
No,
how do
no,
you
no, give
feel-
him
how
a
do you
quick
feel
10.
about the content between the two, because Boldy and Rock have the same sort of content in a sense. They deliver it differently.
They're talking that street
But
talk.
Earl in the middle, how'd that make y'all feel?
It worked because you gotta think, Boldy comes and he's painting that. Boldy came and he's painting that picture for you of that street tale. Earl kind of lifted us out of that and brought us almost to an enlightenment. And then Rock brought you back down to earth, where it was like, you might have to go get that ski mask. I mean? He said, I might have to go get that ski mask, but I'm gonna make this money, and then he's gonna break generational curses with his curses. And my man said, he basically said, listen, I had to run the streets to do what I had to do before this poetry was in motion, baby.
Yeah.
That's my thought process. How you feel about it?
I'm with you, Wax. That's a great analogy. I'm with you.
Thank you. What do you guys think about the features? Who was the best standout feature for you?
I got my. Want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. Big Rabbit.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I gotta go
came.
with Mr. Big Rabbit.
And you know what's funny on Price of Tea in China? His verse was hard on that too.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird. Like when Freddie get on a record with like actual spitters,
It's a problem, bro.
like dudes will come with some heat, but Freddie come with some like.
I said this before.
He come with some
He's
heat.
too versatile.
Yes.
Hey, you can't trip Freddie up. You can't. He's too versatile.
And the crazy thing is, even if you let's just say you can't out rap Freddie.
Nope.
Because what happens is, let's say his verse may not be better than yours, but yours ain't better than his. So y'all both came with the same. At the very least, you have to come with the same caliber as Freddie.
Yep. I agree.
And that's if he didn't out rap you, because he's out rapping quite a few people.
I agree.
I really enjoyed the Currency feature on it though. That's what made me draw the conclusion of putting Boldy in that same
Speaking of Currency, man, he got
contingency with
things
Currency in
coming up next
June.
week. My
Yeah.
God. Oh man, I can't wait. I ain't gonna lie.
So, what are you guys rating this? We'll close this out here. How do you guys rate this album? This Boldy James album?
Shit is top tier to me.
Top tier.
Yeah, this is definitely top tier to me.
Okay.
Shit is hard body. Like I said, if it was 100% underneath the Griselda lineage, I would say that hands down Griselda would own 2021 again because of this album with the Mock Hami album, and West is about to drop a double album. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't fuck Griselda. Excuse my language. You can't fuck Griselda.
Yeah. Did you know Westside actually executively produced Dave East album as well?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, I'm lying. He did the artwork on that album. That's what it was.
I was about to say.
He did the artwork for it.
Yo, can I be honest with y'all?
Or curated the artwork.
Cause you brought up Davies.
Mm.
I might have said this in the past. Yo, I ain't really fucking with Davies, yo.
Yeah, I agree at this point.
I'm not.
Yeah.
He's not consistent enough. None of his projects move me to the extent that I think.
Not like
they
his
should.
early music did.
Nothing against. Hey East, nothing against you. I don't know. You might be more focused on like acting. I don't know, because Joey Badass as well. He's more focused on acting rather than rapping. He hasn't dropped any projects in a long ass time. But
His last project wasn't that great.
But I respect his acting right now, because you can't tell me shit about Unique. Right now, Unique is that dude. Unique will kill your whole family. You know what I'm saying? And the things that Mr. East is doing, you know, with the Wu-Tang thing on Hulu.
Joey Badass is on that too?
Yeah, and I forgot. And Joey's on that too. But Joey is killing right now that goddamn Power Book 3 as Unique. Bruh, he killing that right now.
Yeah.
But East. Let me look into this camera real quick. But East is far musically, but I'm not checking for you right now musically. Acting wise, yeah, you cool, but musically, I'm not checking for you. Sorry, sorry Nas, sorry Mass Appeal, sorry Davies, but I'm not checking for you right now musically. It is what it is.
Nah, let's rope it back in though, man. Now, Boldy James. No, because we could go. Nah, because listen, we could go down a rabbit hole fast. And you know, we was just supposed to review the album. And I had a lot to add to that, but I know if I go in, we're going to be going for another hour. Yeah. Boldy James, love the project. I know you probably never hear this.
Definitely top tier
it. Yes,
for
top tier
2021.
for 2021. Same way Price of Tea in China was top tier when it dropped for that year. Keep doing what you're doing, brother, man. This music is great, and I'm loving it. Brokers Podcast, you know. Hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate y'all.
If you can't come to Connecticut, mofo.
Big facts. Peace.